This is a little preparation I do to the cells to make sure that the solder contact is really good. Is I grind them, just rough the surface up on each cell. These are new cells and they're pretty clean surface, but it gives a better point of contact. And the next step is then to solder onto the lugs. This is a very delicate item you have to do because if you can short across a cell very easily if you're not careful. So that's again the reason I'm using a special soldering iron with a lot of heat. And you'll see that it drops in there really well and solders up. So it only takes, I'm going to hit the thing right now and it's going to flow, and that's as much time as I spend on each cell right there. And lay some solder down again, it flows. Lay some solder down again and it flows. And that's putting as little heat in the cells as possible. I haven't had a damaged cell because of the soldering. All the cells have worked fine. And probably over 1,000 cells that I've done, at least in batteries. And I've used this system for all my batteries. And now going to the other side, this is the easier one because there's less points of contact, so you're able to put enough heat into it faster. On this end of the cell, it's the negative side, which has the whole body of the cell you have to basically heat up. So I do it in groups of a couple of 3 at a time because the soldering iron drops just enough of its stored energy that it doesn't flow. You'll see the first 1 or 2 flows really nice, and then they stop flowing, so I stop and take a break. So I do the same thing again, drop some solder on it. Takes a little more time to get enough heat in there for the solder to flow, and there it flows. Okay, and I have a good pad now. So I go on to the next one. You see a little bit of the plastic. I'm melting the plastic because I'm down so low, but it doesn't seem to bother anything really. It's important to get this good flow in there. And so I'll take a break and let the soldering iron warm up just a little bit more again and come back. I'll go back over them. As you can see down here, I have a good flow on all of these guys, and I use the big soldering iron, which I'll show you in a few minutes. And that gets a final really good flow in every cell group. And again, all these batteries that I have built, Paul's, Frank's, mine, and some others. I have a 3-wheeled little wheelchair, electric wheelchair that I electrified with lithium cells. My wife's battery and her bike. I built a lot of bicycle batteries. I've used pretty much the same technique for all of them. I have a spot welder and I can do the spot welding, but spot welding works okay on the smaller batteries for bicycles and so on. Yeah, but for this size, and that one's not getting a real good flow, so I'll take a break again and let it warm up again. So anyway, that's the idea, and I'll finish those 2, and then we'll come back a little bit later and I'll show you some more.